The UAW scores a big win in Kentucky as Ford's BlueOval battery workers vote to unionize. Stellantis announces a new $41 million Mopar parts hub in Georgia. Toyota sets a global sales record even as tariffs cut into profits. And Rivian gears up for its most important vehicle yet, the new R2 SUV. Let's take a closer look at all these stories right now on the Jumpstart. Good morning and welcome back to the Jumpstart on CBT News. It's Thursday, August 28th. Here's a look at today's top automotive industry stories. The UAW says it scored a win at Ford's BlueOval SK battery plant in Kentucky after workers voted to unionize this week. While the union disputes 41 contested ballots, it's pushing Ford to recognize that a majority of employees chose to join. The plant, which currently builds F-150 Lightning batteries and will eventually employ 5,000 people, marks a major step for the UAW in the South. Stellantis announced plans for a $41 million Mopar parts distribution center in Forsyth, Georgia. The 422,000 square foot facility is slated to open in 2027, creating about 90 UAW jobs and streamlining parts delivery for Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram dealers across the Southeast. Construction begins next year as Stellantis works to modernize its U.S. parts network. Toyota sold nearly 964,000 vehicles worldwide in July, its seventh consecutive month of growth. Strong demand for hybrids, trucks, and SUVs in the US and China fueled the increase, even as sales in Japan slipped. Production almost hit 948,000 units, but new US tariffs forced Toyota to cut its profit outlook. Meanwhile, Honda's global sales fell nearly 8%, and Nissan posted only slight gains, underscoring the tough market. Rivian is preparing to launch its new R2 SUV early next year, priced at $45,000 to make the brand more accessible amid tariffs and a cooling EV market. CEO RJ Scaringe says the R2 is Rivian's most important model yet, designed to be cheaper and easier to produce than the R1, while still enhancing Rivian's adventure-driven brand. Despite cost and policy headwinds, executives remain confident it will drive growth. Next up, Greta Crowley, VP of Retail Marketing at Cox Automotive, joins us to explore how AI is transforming the car buying experience.
Nominations are now open for the third annual CBT 40 Under 40 Awards, sponsored by Force Marketing. Join us as we celebrate excellence in the automotive industry. Nominate who you think should be next on CBT News' 40 Under 40 list, even yourself. Visit cbtnews.com for details on eligibility and important information.
So Cox Automotive's latest research shows that car buyer satisfaction is at record highs. Many attribute this to smarter use of AI, personalization, and automation. What do you see as the most pivotal factor driving this shift?
Yeah, I mean, I think obviously AI is the hottest topic there is right now in the industry that we're in and just in general for everyday consumers, even us, Jim, I'm sure. And AI and personalization certainly play a role in increased shopper satisfaction. But truly, I mean, the big shift that we're seeing is that, our dealers are actually focusing on every segment of the consumer journey to really embrace, what consumers want in a different way. And that's actually what our study showed, that there's four main drivers of shopper satisfaction that we're excited about, that we're seeing technology really play in, and the focus. The first one's, consumers are feeling much more informed than ever before. They're building trust throughout the process. They're understanding expectations in a different way. The second thing that we see is that they're also receiving more transparent communication. So dealers are setting expectations of what comes next, how many steps are in the process. That starts to really build up, confidence in the process for the dealer and the consumer. Now, third was something, Jim, I was actually really excited to see pop this year, and that was truly around, consumers are starting to feel that they have a partner in dealership staff, and, actually quoted that they have knowledgeable staff that is partnering with them on their deals. And I think that to me is something really different than what we've seen in the past, where, I mean, dealers are starting to understand, like, they can't just sell to a consumer. They have to be seen as a partner. It's such a huge purchase for them. So it's not something they're doing often. It's something that will impact their monthly, bills every month. So how do they really start to, partner in a different way? And last, and the fourth, and not surprising, is consumers are feeling more in control than ever before. So they've got the transparent information, they're more informed, and they feel like a partner. that's where we're starting to see satisfaction really drive up in a great way.
That's it for today's Jumpstart, but I'll be back here tomorrow morning with more of the top headlines in the automotive industry. Until then, you can stream full episodes of Inside Automotive, Driving Solutions, and the Executive Profile wherever you get your podcasts. And if you haven't already, be sure to follow us on your favorite social media platforms, and we'll bring the latest industry news right to your feed.